A state of confusion on the refugee rush. I'm Lilley with TheRebel.Media. If you thought it was only going to be 25,000 Syrian refugees coming to Canada, be prepared to think again. The number's going to be higher, much higher. Last week, when the Liberals announced that they were backing off their initial deadline of 25,000 refugees by the end of December, Immigration Minister John McCallum announced there would be 10,000, mostly private-sponsored refugees by the end of December, 15,000 by the end of February. Those would be the government-sponsored refugees. But he also said the government would commit to its promise to bring in 25,000 on their own, and there would be more refugees on the private sponsorship side. Well, now at a government conference between federal and provincial ministers in this building, they've announced the number could be as high as 50,000.
The number of refugees is likely to be in the order of 35 to 50,000. That's not yet in the official plan, but based on the discussions we've been having, it's likely to be in that order.
So how does that break down? We're still not sure. Details are scant at best, but this first 10,000 are privately sponsored refugees. The next 15,000 are government. The government will then bring in an additional 10,000 and open the doors for more private sponsorship. So as high as 50,000. Now, I did ask McCallum specifically whether there would be screening on the issue of ideology. He seemed to say, I hope so, but I'm really not sure.
Extremely experienced immigration officials. I saw some of them when I was in Jordan yesterday or the day before. And they are very experienced at asking questions. I don't know exactly the questions they will ask, but they will ask questions to pry information out of people to ensure that they are not security risks. And so this is one of the important elements of our security processes, and you can be sure that these officers with a great deal of experience will ask the questions that they feel they need to ask to determine who is safe to come to Canada and who is not.
One thing that remains clear through all these different briefings is that the government's plan is fluid. It's a work in progress, and they don't seem to know what's going on from one day to the next. So if you're confused, at least know you're not alone.